So I've been reading different aspects of your traditions and things like that. I can't pronounce them, so I'm going to describe them for you. I don't
Go for
know
it.
the
Try
language.
it. Come on, try.
I found some very unique, and one is your book festival. And can you tell me a little bit about that? Because it really has a lot to do with Christmas and such, like the origins and what your traditions are.
Yeah, you're talking about the jólabókaflóð. Yes, that's a big thing. Of course, books are a big thing in Iceland, and it's related to our language, of course. Books, we have a big part of our cultural heritage are the sagas and the Edda poetics, which are were written ages ago. So those are the most famous Nordic manuscripts you can find, and have been translated to different languages all over the world. So this is where it's all rooted, the jólabókaflóð. But jólabókaflóð means actually like a wave, a flood of books, and meaning it's kind of like hits you with like hundreds and thousands of books, which it actually does, because around Christmas you have the publisher publishing the most of all titles that are published in Iceland. It has changed a little bit through the years that people are starting to publish also during summertime, so you have something to read during summer. But it was that, everything got published before Christmas, and you even got sent a booklet, for free to home. And you could, and everybody would read it, every single part of it to know everything that was being published. And the number of titles have been through the years between like 1,400 and 1,800 titles. And in a country of today 340,000 people, that's a lot of titles. And another reason why this came to be such a big thing, like I said, the cultural heritage is one thing, but then another thing, if you look a little bit, not further back, but again, you look back, that it stems to the Second World War, because after the war there was a lot of restrictions and limitations on imports, because we didn't have a lot of money, and there were things happened during the war, and but paper for some reason slipped through the loop. So because we couldn't import all kind of gifts, books became a really popular gift, because paper was cheap, so you could print a lot of things, and that would then become the cheapest gift. So that's how the books became a big thing, and then everybody started to publish around this time in order to sell more of them. So this is where this wave stems for that.
And when does the wave usually start?
It starts now in beginning of December, end of November, beginning of December. Then you have all different writers. You can walk into a bookstore or a cafe or a workplace or an institution like the City Hall where we are now sitting, and you will find an author reading from their books, for example. So it starts with that you start seeing it and feeling it and hearing it, in different corridors, and this is how you get the feel. It's the feel of Christmas, and truly a wonderful thing, I would say. It's great.
As long as we're on the subject of Christmas, tell me about the traditions here, dealing with the elves and things like that.
The most famous story is, of course, the story of our julelads.